thank you so much for joining us this afternoon for NC Tech's 2025 preview webinar. I'm going to share a little bit more about our activities throughout the year so you can plan to either be involved or if you're interested in sponsorship, hopefully it'll help you plan your budget. I'm Tracy Sternberg. I'm Director of Programs and Sponsorship with NC Tech, and I'll be leading the call this afternoon. I do have a lot of information to cover in the webinar, so I will take general questions at the end. Also, I would encourage you to schedule some individual time with me or another one of my team members to discuss your specific interests. So please feel free to contact us and we'll be happy to discuss your objectives and what we might recommend to help you maximize the value of your investment and involvement. My contact information will be at the end of the presentation, and you can also view more about me and my colleagues on our team members page on our website under About. So more to come there. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. First of all, a little bit about the basics. As a reminder, NC Tech memberships are corporate, so any or all employees of member companies, organizations, or institutions can get involved in areas that match their personal or professional interests, including registering individually for activities. Many activities or many offerings are free for members, several are member only, and others have reduced registration rates for members. Excuse me, please note that sponsorship is a benefit of membership, so only NC Tech members can sponsor. There are a few ways to keep up to date with our events and activities. You can visit our website at nctech.org to review our events calendar. Each activity or event will have its own dedicated page with a registration link where you can sign up right there from the page. It'll also include other important details about that event. All of our signature events for 2025 are already on our events calendar, as well as many of our recurring events. So be sure to check that out. We will continue to add events and activities to the calendar throughout the year, so I would encourage you to bookmark that page and check back often. Also, keep an eye out for NC Tech's email communications, which includes a monthly newsletter, a mid-month update, and a special promotions of specific events from time to time. If you're not receiving those emails, please let us know. We also share information on social media. That would be LinkedIn, Twitter or X, Facebook, and Instagram. However, not all of our events or activities are posted on those platforms. We do encourage you to join our member-exclusive virtual community, NC Tech Connect, which is our online engagement platform where we post about events and activities, as well as engage in conversation with other NC Tech members. We did recently survey our members and leadership to get input on what they'd like to see from NC Tech in the future, and that has been reflected in our 2025 plans. So keep in mind that this is just a preview and does not include all of our events and activities. You can find our 2025 membership at a glance brochure on our website, which as well as our master sponsorship document, and both will provide more comprehensive information about events, programs, network, research, talent offerings, and more. All right, so let's start talking about our events. The first group of events that we'll talk about are our signature events. As I mentioned, all of these events are already on our events calendar, so you should be able to find more information about each one. Our signature events are our largest events of the year. I have them listed here, and I'll tell you a little bit about each one of them. Our Outlook for Tech, I'm going to touch on that just on the next slide, so we'll hang on to that one. But after Outlook for Tech in February, we'll be shifting to Durham in March for our Engaging the Future Tech Workplace Summit that has been refreshed for 2025. This is going to be an exciting conference. It's a refreshed version of our Diversity and Inclusion in Tech Summit. But after a great 5-year run, we have taken a step back to look at what we really wanted to focus on and have decided to take a bit of a broader approach to employee engagement and culture. So I think it's the agenda is shaping up nicely. So that's definitely something you'll want to check out. After the Tech Workplace Summit, we will be staying in Durham for our State of Tech Exponential event, which will also be refreshed a bit to meet our members' interests. We will continue to do our speaker call out. So if you have any folks who might be interested or you think would be great additions for panel discussions or one of our breakout sessions, be on the lookout for more information about how to submit their name for consideration in late March or early April. Very excited about this one. After we leave Durham in May, we'll be headed to Pinehurst in August. We'll be hosting our golf classic on August 6th. This is a fun, one of our member favorites. This is a fun golf tournament where we engage with tech leaders and other members from across the state for just a informal Super Bowl type tournament, which is loads of fun. And who doesn't love being in Pinehurst, right? So after the golf classic wraps up, we will kick off our leadership summit on the afternoon and evening of August 6th with a couple of receptions, and then the content will be held on August 7th. This leadership summit is geared towards our senior leaders within our member organizations, and we'll focus on leadership topics. For instance, the 2024 theme was adaptive leadership. So, and all of the content sort of focused on that or different aspects of adaptive leadership. So definitely want to put that one on your calendar. The next event we'll be hosting is in September. It's our Summit for Women in Tech, and we're moving to Wilmington. Again, this event has been running for 5 years now and has had great success, but we've outgrown New Bern and are transitioning to Wilmington and really excited about the move. So if you have any women tech leaders or women who are coming up in your tech organization, please make a note because this is a great one for them to consider attending. Our last signature event of the year is our NC Tech Awards. This is our largest event of the year, and it's a fun celebration where we recognize the best and the brightest in North Carolina's tech sector, including tech innovations, tech companies, and tech individuals. We do plan to offer a mobile app for all of these events but golf, which is a great sponsorship opportunity because this virtual platform will provide conference information at your fingertips, including an event registration list, speaker profiles, the event agenda, and will also allow you to connect with other attendees, just to name a few. All right, so I promised to tell you more about Outlook for Tech, which is coming up next week. We are thrilled to have Sharon Lever, who is the Chief Research Officer with Forrester, serve as our opening keynote again this year, where she'll make some bold predictions about 2025. The event will also include a pre-conference reception, the release of the 2025 State of Technology Industry Report, CXO panel on talent in the age of AI, as well as an AI and cybersecurity briefings and an upgraded tech expo. So we'll be in Charlotte at the Hilton Charlotte University Place, which is going to be easy to get to for our friends coming from the East. So be sure to sign up. We will be closing registration this Friday. We've got an outstanding agenda and a great speaker lineup, and we really hope to see you there. All right. So as we transition, we're going to look at a bit at our awards programs. NC Tech offers 2 unique awards programs during the year. The first one, which was introduced a couple of years ago, is our Next Tech Awards. So NC Tech, in partnership with Business North Carolina Magazine, launched the Next Tech Awards to showcase and celebrate North Carolina's rising tech stars. The Next Tech Awards honor a selection of individuals who are critical and exceptional performers that are helping to grow our state's tech and tech-enabled companies and organizations, but who, not being C-suite executives, don't often get recognized publicly. Individual winners will be celebrated during reception at our State of Tech Exponential and will be profiled in the May issue of Business North Carolina. The application period for the Next Tech Awards I believe it's already open. You should be getting an email on that shortly. So be on the lookout for more information about how to apply to recognize one of your team's rising stars. The second awards program is our NC Tech Awards, which has been recognizing the best and the brightest in North Carolina's vibrant tech sector for many years. The NC Tech Awards is the only statewide tech awards program, and as I mentioned, it's our largest event of the year and recognizes outstanding contributions made by companies and individuals across the state during the past year. The awards will recognize excellence in tech innovations, tech companies, and tech leaders from North Carolina. The NC Tech Awards application period will open in mid-June, and we would love to see your organization in the mix for consideration for one of the 20+ awards that will be presented. Next up is our executive networks. We host a wide variety of executive network offerings to include quarterly CIO, CISO, and Tech CEO roundtables. Those are all separate events. So if you have a qualifying member from your team that would like to participate in one of those discussions, we would love to have them join. Also, we do offer sponsorships for those particular sessions. So if you're interested in learning more about sponsoring and engaging, please let me know. I'll be happy to share more information. We also will offer IT executive receptions. We actually have one on the calendar for March 20th at the Lieutenant Governor's house, and the Lieutenant Governor will be there as well. So a great opportunity to mix and mingle with tech executives from around the state. We also offer CXO private dinners. As a sponsor, we would work with you to cultivate a list of invitations based on what your needs are. We'll help work with you to determine a date and a location that works best for you. So these are great opportunities to have an intimate gathering with tech leaders from around the state around a single table to break bread and engage with one another. So always a good option there. In December, we host our CXO auction. This is an online auction that raises money for our Education Foundation, which provides scholarships to young women pursuing careers in technology, engineering, or math. We also it also supports NC Tech programming as well. So it's a lot of fun. It's a great way for you to win some time, if you will, with a tech executive from around the state. And it's a great fundraiser. We also offer exclusive Board of Advisor events from time to time throughout the year. If you're not familiar with our Board of Advisors, this is part of our volunteer leadership corps, and they offer a lot of support and feedback and engagement that is valuable to the organization. So we also, as a member of the Board of Advisors, you also get additional discounts to our signature events, as well as exclusive opportunities to network with one another. Excuse me. So if you'd like more information on our Board of Advisors, just please let me know. Next up is our talent and workplace networks. As a part of these offerings, we offer ongoing virtual and in-person programming related to employee engagement and workplace management throughout the year. For the second year, we've just launched our Lean In Circles with dozens of small groups of women who will have monthly virtual meetings with discussions and resources provided by LinkedIn.org. Excuse me. We also share our monthly IT job trends. This is part of our research suite, and NC Tech will release its monthly IT job trends report so key business and tech leaders can better understand the available openings across the state. And speaking of research, NC Tech has a strong history of providing relevant and informative research and is now producing two distinct pieces that include the North Carolina State of the Tech Industry Report, which basically it compares how North Carolina stacks up to other states in the tech sector, and our IT job trends. that I just mentioned. Underwriting opportunities are available for the full suite. So if your company would like to learn more about the benefits of underwriting, which includes year-long branding and recognition, please let us know. We'll be happy to provide additional information. Next is our virtual and in-person programming. NC Tech will continue to offer virtual programming options, which will make it easy for members from across the state to participate. From time to time, we will offer panel discussions, briefings, executive conversations, or special sessions to share relevant and timely information with our member base. If you're interested in hosting a virtual workshop for NC Tech members, we have a great turnkey option where you bring the content and we handle the back end and promotions. If you'd like to have more information about how to schedule one of these sessions, please let us know and we'd be happy to work with you on that. Also, when possible, we'll be initiating in-person programming and activities such as our networking opportunities like our Brews and Bites, as well as other events and activities. So be sure to check our events calendar often and see what might be coming to your city. Next up is our governmental activities. We offer several different options to engage with government leaders. First, we host a quarterly government vendor session where a CIO from a state agency or department will come and speak about the projects they have planned and share more information about how to get into the mix to be considered as a vendor. We also host Tech Day at the legislature, where the House and Senate host a joint IT committee meeting to give an overview of what bills and discussions are going on at the legislature that could impact technology, tech employees, and the tech industry in our state. And lastly, we often host a DC reception in Washington, where North Carolina's congressional delegation and their staffs are invited for an evening of networking. We're working through those plans right now in 2025 to see if it makes sense for us to host such an event, so stay tuned for more. That is what I've got to cover. But as I mentioned, here's my contact information. You're welcome to give me a call at that phone number there, or the best way is probably to email me at Tracy, Tracy, at nctech.org with any specific questions that you might have, or to schedule time to talk with me one-on-one about your organization's goals and how we might be able to help you accomplish them. After this call, we will follow up with an email that has links to our events calendar as well as our 2025 master sponsorship menu. So be on the lookout for more. Before we adjourn, I will we'll take a break right here and see if anybody has any questions. All right. Well, hearing none, we will go ahead and adjourn, but I do want to thank you for your time today. And I hope you have a great rest of your afternoon and a great rest of your week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.